Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Good Cinema with my co-host, Big Jeff. We may have Nerdy Geek with us later. Today, we are going to be watching, we already watched, reviewing Captain America, The Winter Soldier from 2014. This movie's over 10 years old now. And it stars Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Redford, Samuel L. Jackson, and the debut of Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, or Falcon. And Frank Grillo is in it as Crossbones, but he's not Crossbones yet, but he will be. And he's also plays Rick Flag Sr. on Peacemaker Season 2. But yeah, how you doing, Jeff?
I am doing well. How are you?
I can't complain. My sleep schedule's been all screwed up, so that's why we have a show at 5:30 instead of on Thursday at 12:30. So, but it's all right. I don't know. I like this movie a lot. So, we're going to show the trailer here. I guess right now I have to pause it every now and then to say hello to the chat real quick. Nerdy Geek saying what's up. We have a banger. Yep. Hopefully you show up. He said he might be a few minutes late. I just talked to him, so hope he'll drop by. And I got the trailer right here in the chat. And John Mallow. Hey, good evening, John. How you doing? That Jeff is omnipresent. And hey, what's up, buddy? I like his new logo, though, don't you? Check it out. He's got a new logo.
His new logo is fantastic.
Looking good. All right, just checking to see if I had any messages. All right. Well, we're going to watch the trailer. I'll try to pause it intermittently. If I get kicked out, I'll let Jeff try to share it, but Jeff can hold the line. I think it'll be all right. It worked yesterday, so. Well, there it is.
If you want, just let me know and I'll just screen share it. Because right now it's showing, but it's real choppy, and
Yeah,
the screen
I
that
can hear
shows
you.
you is frozen.
He's a ghost.
You want me to share it? Yeah, it's not playing. You want me to do it?
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, I guess we're not looking at the trailer because I couldn't get it to.
There we go.
What up, Matt and Jeff?
I was trying to watch the trailer, but okay, Jeff's got it up here. We're trying to watch the trailer. If we can get it to.
Soldier.
do he say?
He's a ghost.
I better
You'll never
close mine
find him.
out.
I joined S.H.I.E.L.D. to protect people.
Captain, to build a better world, sometimes means tearing the old one down. And that makes enemies.
He's fast. Strong. Had a metal arm.
Are you ready? All it takes is one step.
People are gonna die. I can't let that happen. Captain America needs my help.
When do we start?
We just did. The price of freedom's high. And it's a price I'm willing to pay. You told me not to trust anyone. This is how it ends. Everything goes.
Looks like you're giving the orders now, Captain.
Damn right.
I want to watch it again now.
Yeah, I started watching it
That
last
gets me
night.
excited. I want to watch it again
so
now.
I fell asleep, but I
I
forgot
remember-
just how good it is.
I remember being so hyped whenever this trailer fell because I'm a huge Captain America fan. I love Cap. Like, I know a lot of people don't, but I love reading Cap. And whenever the first one came out, I enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people didn't. But to me, The Winter Soldier is probably the best Marvel movie, straight up movie, not superhero, but movie that came out with that Marvel did.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's definitely
can't-
up there. I have to think.
Like if they're out of all of them that you could just like take out of the case and put in the DVD player and watch, not knowing anything about any other movie, you could watch this and not be lost. You could still, because it's got like a lot of, like I said, international. You got a lot of international intrigue. We got
it's like a spy
Hydra
movie.
trying to take over the government. Yeah, it's like a spy thriller.
Like if
It
I
could
was
be
if
the
I was
James
going to
Bond,
show
we get
one,
Captain
yeah,
America.
if I was going to show one movie to the normies, this would be the one I would show them.
Well, I showed this to my
That
mom and
makes
dad,
sense.
and they loved
That
it.
makes sense.
They don't like any. He liked it anyway because it was like almost like one of those Tom Clancy movies. He was always my stepdad always liked like Tom Clancy, and so it's like one of those kind of movies. And that's the only problem I thought with the other one, the other Captain America they just made. They should have leaned more into that.
Yes, they should have.
You know what I mean?
They needed to introduce a lot of characters. That was the only place they could do it. But yeah, you're right. If they had kept the Cap movies like this, I would have been fine with it.
I think the story here,
Maybe get like
this movie doesn't just rely on the great effects and the great fight choreography and all that stuff. That people that aren't normies were like, oh yeah, cool fight scene because we kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the normies would have been carried just by the storyline too.
Yes.
And it was kind of cool seeing Captain America fight George St. Pierre.
Yeah, that was cool. And then I love the part where he's like, I thought you were more than the shield. He puts it up. Let's see.
And he takes his helmet off. He goes, all right, we'll go. Well, I like the part too, like they're getting out of the airplane and he jumps. And that guy looks at Frank Grillo. He's like, did he take a parachute? He goes, no, he wasn't wearing one. He just dives right into the and then climbs up
the anchor chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. because my wife had asked me after the movie, because she went to watch all these with me. She's like, "Can Cap jump out of a plane like that?" I'm like, he does that a lot actually in the comics. There's a ton of comics where you just see him falling through the sky with his shield out, no parachute. I'm like, yeah, that's what Cap does. He's not going to land on the ground, but he does it a lot.
What's up, Boggs? Boggs is saying hello from Europe. He's in Portugal. What's up, Boggsy?
Whoa, what's up, Boggs?
Hey, buddy. Good to see you, man. He's got that VPN out working. Stretching his legs out in Portugal. Bring us back. Hey, send us a postcard, Boggsy.
Can you bring me back a Portuguese comic book, Boggs?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you need to find some Portuguese comic books.
Yes.
Or any kind of comic books, while you're gone.
Yeah, any foreign language one.
You can bring me whatever the most delicious Portuguese food is. I'll take that.
It's not going to last.
Yeah.
I know. Freeze dry it.
Yeah, DHL it overnight. On a flight.
Man, I was looking at the trailer and also watching the movie last night before I zonked. I was like, damn, Captain America looking young, super young, because compared to like the memories of the Avengers movie, the recent event, well, not so recent anymore, but the 3 Avengers movies, I'm like, holy shit! It reminds me of like the brand new cops that come on the force. They look like they're in 8th grade.
I've been really like the last few days slacking it. I don't know if I want to do the show now. I was waiting to do it with people on the show. It's harder to do it by yourself when you're talking about movies for some reason.
Hey,
Captain
I'm off
America
every Friday.
Is a 2014 American. All right, you know what? This is probably going to be the official day that we're going to do it from now on. I don't know. Friday just seems better to me.
Friday around
it's American superhero film. Okay. Marvel Studios, Walt Disney Studios. Who was the director of this movie? Was it the Russo brothers? I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was. Yeah. Yes. Directed by Anthony and Joe Russo for a screenplay by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. But give credit where credit's due. It's also based on a story by Ed Brubaker. How else they get the idea for the Winter Soldier? I hope they gave him credit for that. Anyway, it stars Captain America as Chris Evans as Captain America, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, Sebastian Stan is the Winter Soldier, Anthony Mackie making his debut as Falcon. It's also got Frank Grillo in it, who his character later becomes Crossbones. And we got, of course, the great Samuel L. Jackson, who is, of course, Nick Fury. And wasn't it kind of cool to see like Robert Redford in a movie like this?
Yes. To me it was.
I just thought it was kind of cool. He played a good bad guy.
Yep.
It says that Marcus and McFeely began writing the sequel around the release of the first Avenger on July 2011. The script draws from the Winter Soldier story arc in comic books. Okay, there we go. Written by Ed Brubaker, as well as conspiracy fiction from the 70s, such as the film 3 Days of the Condor. Actually, funny enough that they would say that, because you know who was the star of 3 Days of the Condor? Robert Redford. So that's interesting they would say that.
Youngsters out there are going, what? What movie?
Anyway,
Who's Robert Redford?
Yeah.
I know. Well, 3 Days of the Condor is a good movie, though. I mean, I highly recommend. If you've never seen 3 Days of the Condor, go watch it. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, like, spy thriller. Like, he works for a number station, and he comes back to the office, and everybody that he worked with has been assassinated. He went out to get lunch, and then when he comes back, a hit squad had come in and killed everybody inside. And if you don't know what a number station is, for all you kids out there that weren't alive during the Cold War, a number station is a radio transmitter place set up where they do broadcasts where they give out numbers over the air on this radio station, and like it'll go like 1, 5, 7, 9, 8, 2, and then it'll stop. It's like for a dash, and it'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or something like that. Anyway, so when this film opens, Captain
CIA
America
intelligence stuff.
Yeah. or like the door is against the floor, or something like that. They always had some kind of like code word that would start with like B. Arthur is the coolest golden girl. And then there would be some numbers given out after that.
That's a false statement.
The filming began in April 2013 in Los Angeles, California, before moving to Washington, D.C. and Cleveland, Ohio. So they did film some of that in D.C. Though the directors prioritized practical effects and intense stunt work to differentiate from the previous Captain America portrayals, visual effects were created by 6 companies for 2,500 shots, including the cinematic helicarrier sequence. It premiered at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood in Los Angeles on March 13, 2014, and was released in the United States on April 4th as part of Phase 2 of the MCU. The film received positive reviews from critics with praise for performances, action sequences, storyline, and themes. It grossed $714 million worldwide, making it the 7th highest grossing film of 2014, and received several accolades, including a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the 87th Academy Awards. A sequel titled Captain America Civil War was also directed by the Russos and was released in 2016. So this takes place
a day after my birthday.
Yeah, and it takes place 2 weeks after the Battle of New York. Or 2 years, 2 years. And so Captain America settled back into basically the only thing he knew how to do was be a soldier, right? So he threw himself back into being a soldier for S.H.I.E.L.D. And you can tell he's working with a Nick Fury and a Scarlet Witch and a security team run by who you might
Black
recognize.
Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow, and then Frank Grillo. Yeah, I get that mixed up. Anyway, and they're on the Triskelion headquarters. You get to see it for the first time. And Nick Fury explains he's got these helicarriers that they're going to have like an algorithm in it, like protects things. But what we find out later is somebody wants to change that algorithm where they can eliminate anyone that is a threat or who will ever be a threat to Hydra. It's because Hydra is already infiltrated and has taken over S.H.I.E.L.D. and they've been in there for years. And this is actually the first time we find out that this is when Captain America, this is when Steve Rogers discovers the truth about what happened to Iron Man's parents. You don't see it for long, but when they're in there talking to Armin Zola in the computer room, he shows a headline goes by when he's showing that slideshow to him that says Stark and wife murdered or die in car wreck. And he says, we can make certain people disappear. So they were alluding to it all the way back then. And this came out in 2014.
Yeah, I think, and that's a little seed planted because Tony Stark losing his dad, I think, contributed to his path.
Yeah.
This is my favorite costume that Cap ever wore in all the movies.
Yeah.
This stealth suit that he has, I love it.
All right, we're not going to go over too much Wikipedia today. I got some pictures too here of and some videos. Okay. I think these are from the movie. Yeah. Now this is look, they got him on the wiring. So you see him on the wires. So that's how they make it look like he's flying. And of course, like I said, that was Anthony Mackie's first. I thought he did a pretty good debut as Sam Wilson in this, didn't you?
Yeah, he did good.
And there's the wonderful, vivacious Scarlett Johansson. And here they are doing, choreographing the. But yeah, I think that's the point where he's got the old uniform.
Yeah.
Here's
and
the
Stanley
one you're
got
talking
fired.
about. Yeah, the stealth one. And this is where they're fighting. The stealth one's right here too. Yeah, that's the stealth one where he's got
that's a great
tone
one.
down. Yeah.
I feel like they wasted Pierre because this is really the only point you ever saw him, and that was it.
Well, no, he comes back in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
He does, but I mean,
that's who they're catching.
As far as the scene.
Yeah. I mean, I expected him to be coming through in a lot more movies, and he only showed up, 1 or 2 more times, and that's about it. It wasn't that. It just felt like a waste to me.
And they nailed the costume for Sebastian Stan in this movie.
Yeah, they did.
It's perfect.
I don't know. I know it's a Captain America movie, but I think Bucky. I could argue some people. I would say Bucky maybe stole the show a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a hot take, but
And of course, it's based on this book by Captain America series by Ed Brubaker. If you've not read it, actually, the comic book story is probably a little bit more, even better than the movie plot line. Really, it gets a little bit in more depth to what happened to Bucky after the war. When he fell into the hands of Hydra, and they went underground and used him as an assassin. So it's kind of cool if you ever get a chance to. Nobody that has read it, but then also you get like a lot of like where he's trying to get used to the future. Like I like the first of it when he's sitting there, he's jogging around. He's like on your left, and he tells him that he needs to listen to "Trouble Man" by Marvin Gaye, and he says, "Well, I'll put it on the list." He takes out a notepad, and if you look at the list, he'll say like Nirvana, and there's like something talks about the Beatles up there. And he's like writing down what he told him, Marvin Gaye. And so that's kind of cool. So you can see he's trying to integrate himself into modern life.
I thought it was pretty cool that depending on what region the movie was at, they changed the list to match that. People, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And but he still got that part of his past lingering on, because later on we get to see Peggy. She's got Alzheimer's, and it's real sad to watch this scene. But they kind of at the time, but then they get reunited later. But still, it's like a very it's a reminder of what he lost when he went in the ice. And it's hard for him to deal with it. But he's Captain America; he can deal with it. There's a nice scene between him and Peggy. And I guess they aged her up, because this is the girl who played Peggy Carter in the other movie.
It's been so long.
Do you think he found out there that they ended up being married, or no?
That's a good question. Well, has that time even been made yet, though? You know what I mean?
If time's a loop and it's gonna happen, then because she had said all along that he ended up saving the man who would end up being her husband. So did he replace him, or was it him all along?
I don't know. I've tried not to poke that bear too much because I don't want to know. But I like the first of it because this is another line that will be used a lot. It comes back. It's a recurring line. And it's when he says, "On your left." And of course, Sam Wilson famously says that to him when they come back from the snap, when they reverse the snap.
Yep.
And he hears in his radio, "On your left." And because there's he gets mad at him because apparently Captain Rogers has been passing him the whole time they're running, right? He says, "You run 20 miles in an hour," or something like that. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
On your left.
Because realistically, Cap should be able to run whatever the record for a sprinter is, right? So if the record is 3 minutes and 50 seconds for a mile, and he doesn't get tired like we do, he should roughly run about 20 miles in an hour. Well, no, actually, probably a little faster than that.
Yeah. Well, and probably it's endurance too, so he can keep running he can keep running longer. So all these, unfortunately, all these links are not in any order because they don't do that anymore on StreamYard. So apparently when you pay more, you don't get extra features. So,
boo.
All right. I don't know. Did you ever get yours worked out, Nerdy? It was you told me what you were paid a month. I'm like, no.
So I went to try and cancel it, and then they told me, "Hey, why are you canceling it?" And I said, "Well, it's just too much." And they're like, "Well, what if we drop it to $53 a month?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, that'll be better."
Okay.
Drop it to 53?
Yeah, they were charging me 90 at first. The first month they charged me 90.
No. Does it come with like free meals or like a stripper or something?
Nothing. I don't even get free
Dude,
subscribers or nothing.
They don't even like say thanks for joining.
dude, that's wild,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Well, let's play another clip here. Try to forget about all that because I have to pay $44 a month.
Where is it? Safe.
Do better.
Where did you get it?
Why would I tell you?
Fury gave it to you. Why?
What's on it?
I don't know.
Stop lying.
I only act like I know everything, Rogers.
That's
I really
where
like their dynamic in this movie.
I thought they were
Like
great. I like the.
Yeah, they were great together.
Is that the first kiss you had since World War II? They're like pretend like they're making out because they're like in trouble. And
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That their chemistry was great. The only thing I didn't like is after this movie, they never acted like they went through this experience or they were real close. And it felt like, why didn't they keep that up?
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. This might sound kind of mushy, but I think Cap's heart only belongs to one woman. So whether or not he had to kiss her to put on facade or whatever, I doubt he felt anything.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about that everything they went through. It felt like they built up a really good camaraderie as you know.
The rapport they had between each
the
other.
rapport they had, and you really don't see it in any of the other movies. The only little bit you get is in Civil War when she is trying to stop T'Challa from catching him. That's
Well,
the
no,
only thing you ever see.
There is a scene in Endgame where he walks in and says, "Are you okay?" And because she won't talk about what happened with Clint and nothing, and Captain America reaches out to her, so that might be part of it. I don't know, but everything happens so fast in the Marvel universe, you never know.
Black Widow's been through, I mean, just in her training and her upbringing, she's been through, these battles and shit she fights ain't shit to her. I would argue.
Well, she was trying to change on the movie, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
because she was like, maybe I'm in the wrong. He says, maybe you're in the wrong line of work. Because she said that to him first, because you're in the line if you want to trust everybody. And yeah, because he finds out early that they're playing tricks like off the books, and then and he was warned him about the danger of doing what he was going to do at the first of it. It was like foreshadowing. But Nick Fury thinks he's got everything figured out, right? He didn't realize, though, that he'd already been infiltrated years ago and had been infiltrated, and they are already ready to change the algorithm to be whatever they wanted it to be to go hunt people down. But then, of course, they try to kill. And a great scene, by the way, the scene where they try to assassinate Nick Fury, and he's trying to get away in the car, that's a badass scene, too. So he manages to get away from him at the end, and he shows up at Captain America's apartment. And I also like the use of the song he's playing when he comes in. It's an old Glenn Ford song, or not Glenn Ford, the orchestra guy, the one that died in World War II. You know what I'm talking about? That's who it was. I know that I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but anyway.
Oh, Glenn Miller.
Yeah, Glenn Miller. That's it. The Glenn Miller band playing in the background, and then he tells them not to trust anybody. Then he gets killed, or they think he's dead. Well, I thought he was dead, too. I thought Nick Fury was a goner, but...
So did I. I was like, wow, they're going to just kill Nick Fury this quick? That's crazy.
Well, we come to find out later that he had to die to... we forget that Nick Fury is always 4 steps ahead of everybody, so... But they try to take Captain America in. That's the first mistake. Because if there's anybody you don't want to be not on your side, I would assume you would want Captain America on your side, but no, they try to capture him as soon as possible. And he's like, I love where he's like in the elevator. He's like, before we get started.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in all of these movies.
And he just commences to beat the shit out of everybody. Well, then he gets out of that elevator, and then he has to face like a Quinjet. I keep forgetting the name, but
stand down, Captain Rogers. Stand down.
Negative.
And he pretty much kicks its ass.
I
But we
always
got a
loved
lot of
Cap
like,
on a
and you
bike.
got like Agent. Yeah, well, that's where he belongs. And also, we get a glimpse of Agent 13, Sharon Carter, who we come to find out is Peggy Carter's niece. And so we get a lot of the Carter family background. You know, that's other Captain America's other squeeze. She later is now, I think she's like a bad guy, isn't she? I think she's like a villain now after that Winter Soldier series. She was like the broker or something, the power broker or something, they call her. But anyway,
that's right.
She's just an agent right now, like working undercover next to Captain America, make sure he doesn't go all World War II on everybody, because they think because he's from a different time, he's a little cuckoo. But he's not. I mean, he's like the least one of the Avengers you need to worry about, in my opinion, about going rogue and killing a bunch of people. But let's see. I don't know what clip this is. Well, I'll just play it.
Eyes here. Whatever your op is, bury it. This is level 1. Contact DOT.
If somebody tweets about this guy, I want to hear about it. Your mic is muted, Matt.
Well, Captain America is the enemy of the state, basically. We got to go. I'm surprised they don't question it more. They're just like, oh, okay, let's go hunt him down. Nobody questions, why are we hunting? Well, I think she asked him first, why are we going after Captain America? He's not what we think he was, or something. And the whole time they're the ones that are the crazy people.
Our shield. The ones that who do question are shield, and the ones who don't are Hydra. So that's probably what that comes from.
And then we also find out that Armin Zola is not dead. They have taken his body, they've taken his brain out of his body and put it in a computer. And this is the only glimpse we ever have of Armin Zola in the comic book movies. I like it, but I wish it had like a robotic body like in the comics. You know what I mean? That would have been way cooler if he'd had like some kind of automaton like robot, and it's got like a little screen on it with his face. That would work perfectly. But anyway, this is where he explains to all of them that, no, Mr. Rogers, you're not stopping nothing. It's already happening. You can't stop it. We've infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. at its deepest levels, and now the takeover is complete. There's nothing you can do about it. And they send 2 cruise missiles after him.
Red Skull. Cut off one head. 2 more shall take its place.
Prove it.
Yeah.
So he goes.
That was a great scene.
He's like, what does he say to him? He goes, well, I'm afraid, Mr. Rogers, me and you are out of time. They're fired like to
yeah, I don't know
how they survived that. I don't know how they survived that, but he has to carry Scarlett Johansson, Scarlet Witch. He has to carry the Black Widow out with him.
It confuses you because you're thinking of Scarlett Johansson and Scarlet Witch.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yep. No, well, they were already in a bunker. They were way down deep, and then he had a shield. So, comic booky.
Yeah, that's true. I thought they were dead for sure.
Going after him's a dead end. I know. I've tried.
Yeah, their chemistry was so good. It just felt like we should have had more of it, and we just never really saw it again.
I'd like to see them teamed up again, but unfortunately now it's too late.
Yeah, I would have been fine if they gave me a series of just them doing S.H.I.E.L.D. missions together, and that's it.
Yeah, we could do an animated show. They could do an animated show, like be a prequel. Okay, well, there's another one I like. Is where they're talking about. He realizes that Anthony Mackie is a fellow veteran, because he's like, I guess you can't sleep in the bed, right? You know, he's like, because the bed feels all. Well, he's like trying to relate to him because because they're both veterans.
You must miss the good old days, huh?
Well, things aren't so bad. Food's a lot better. We used to boil everything. No polio's good. Internet, so helpful. Been reading that a lot, trying to catch up.
We said we used to boil everything. There's no smallpox. Oh, Lord. Well, I have some bad news for Cap. It's making a comeback. All right. We got hey Kevin.
I got my smallpox vaccine.
All right, and we got this is where they run into that the guy that was like he's like a commander at Shield. He was one of the hostages, but he was a plant. They wanted Captain America to hit that ship because they needed the information that was on it, and so he basically kidnapped his own people to cause this problem, and they blamed it on Fury, of course.
Never heard of it.
What were you doing on the Lumerian Star?
I was throwing up. I get seasick.
I like where they falls off, and she's like, they just start talking about normal things. She's like,
yes.
What about that girl that works in accounting? Would you go out with her?
The one with the nose ring?
Yeah,
the one with the nose ring. Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet. And here's another scene where he's like, "Don't say it, don't say it." And he's like, "On your left."
Don't say it. Don't you say
On
it.
your left.
Come on.
Yeah, this movie was just so great. I love it whenever Fury gets shot and then Cap immediately just starts, going after the Winter Soldier, just busting through all the doors and the walls and everything. That was such a great scene.
And he throws the shield, and Winter Soldier catches it.
Yeah.
Throws it back at him. And he's like, "Well, I don't know who this guy is," but I like how you also kind of hear like whisperings about it, like Black Widow's like, took out a scientist I was trying to get out in Iran.
Shot him right through me.
Yeah.
Bye bikinis. Yeah, I'm sure you look terrible in them now.
Nerdy knows the movie better than I do.
Oh man, I love this movie. I told you this is my favorite of all of the MCU movies. This is my favorite one. Love this movie.
Let's play a couple more clips.
What about the nurse that lives across the hall from you? She seems kind of nice.
Secure the engine room, then find me a date.
I'm multitasking.
Get me Agent Hill.
Communications array damaged.
Well, what's not damaged?
Air conditioning is fully operational.
Oh, the AI's got jokes. I like how the AI's got. Yeah, I like how the AI's got jokes for him. He's like, "I'm sorry, the air conditioning is the only thing." He says, "Is there anything that works?" Yes, the air conditioning is available.
Yeah, I'm
he's
working.
Yeah, whenever that scene you showed where Scarlett Johansson or the Black Widow comes in and they're talking, I like it whenever Rumlow comes in, shoots the guy that Cap was fighting. He's like, "Thanks for the assist." He's like, "Yeah, you seem helpless without us."
And then I like the part where she picks up to pick him up, and he's like, "You can't run everywhere."
Can't run everywhere.
No, you can't.
Shield's got some money. Got them in a vet.
That last one.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. This is definitely
it's not wanting to play.
One of the Marvel movies that it stands on its own 2 feet. You don't need to be a Captain America fan or a comic book fan to enjoy this. You can go into it totally blind, not knowing anything about anybody.
Yes. Yeah, and it's not so far out in the comic book, universe where it's going to draw people back, because there's some people who, if it's sci-fi or if it's comic books, they're like, "Oh, I'm out. I don't like this stuff." But this one doesn't go so far into it where it's going to turn them off.
Yeah. True. Man, I'm trying.
You got like a James Bond kind of like thing going on too.
Yes.
I'm thinking like what my top 3 or top
thing.
2 or 3 Marvel movies would be, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. That's a tough question.
So theater experience
I'm gonna play a couple more clips.
It's Endgame.
Yeah.
Your clip's not wanting to play, Matt?
I was just waiting on you to get through talking.
I'm sorry, Matt.
That's where I was just waiting on you. I was being polite. we'll play a couple more clips because I ain't got that many left.
Hey, Cap, how do we know the good guys from the bad guys?
If they're shooting at you, they're bad.
Good point.
Yep.
That's
So rules
they
of
shoot
engagement.
bad. And also, like, this is how we find out why Crossbones is the way he is, because he had a building dropped on him.
This is gonna hurt. There are no prisoners with Hydra. Just order. And order only comes through pain. You ready for yours? Shut.
He
Anyway,
got lucky.
Gets him in the end, though, Trevor.
We are both of us
Yeah.
out of time.
I feel like Rumlow was going to take out Sam if
I
they
like that
kept that
part
fight
there.
going.
Well, yeah. But he had a building dropped on him, so
And he survived.
I guess he didn't see that. That was just irony. I like where he jumps out. He tells them 41st floor, and they has to jump to get in the helicopter. He said 41st. He goes, they didn't like they put numbers on the outside of the building.
You got a question in the chat, Matt.
And here's where he kind of goes. Well, I would suggest Cap Wolf. That's an issue. Is it 404 through something? And then there's another one called Captain America Reborn, a Hero Reborn. It's Brian Hitch does the art, and Brubaker writes it, that one too. And it's about like the death of Captain America because he's assassinated after Civil War Part 1.
Yep.
And so I would get that
Captain
one called
America
Hero
25.
Reborn. And then this current series is pretty good.
It is.
So
it's
far.
really good.
And another one I would recommend is probably like the whole what is the name of that one? Now I'm going to look like an idiot. Oh, the one in Civil War. That's a good Captain America story because basically Civil War is a Captain America story because it all starts because he refuses to like be registered with the federal government.
Superhero Registration Act.
If they tell us what to do, then then they can send us somewhere we don't need to be at, or we can't go somewhere that we should go. And that's the whole point of that. Like, well, oh, we're not allies with them. You can't go there. And he's exactly right. That's what would have happened. The Avengers, it's for him, or like the Justice League. They're supposed to be there everywhere. And there's another one. I think it's in Captain America. I'm trying to think of long storylines though. I think it's in like
most of his
50s.
Most of his good stories are short.
There's
run.
another Ed Brubaker in 2007, which is Captain America Volume 5, number 25 through 42, the aftermath of the Civil War crossover event. Steve Rogers assassinated on the steps of the courthouse. And then there's one from the 70s, Captain America and the Falcon, number 169 to 176 in 1974, where Cap and Falcon uncover conspiracy involving a shadow organization called Secret Empire, which ultimately led to the President of the United States. The betrayal and subsequent fallout caused Steve Rogers to become disillusioned and briefly give up.
Oh, there's a good one when he becomes Nomad. That's one I was thinking of. I can't remember the name of it, but there's like a guy that's like a Richard Nixon type president we got. This is like in the late 70s or about the time of Watergate. Captain America gets disillusioned and says, I have no country no more. I am now known as Nomad. And he started dressing like Nomad. And that's really interesting. Also, another storyline is the one when John Walker becomes Captain America. There's like a whole run. I can't remember what the numbers are, though, but I'll look it up. I know I got them.
Captain America 180? Is that when he becomes Nomad?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of on that one. And then there's another like one with when Mike Zeck was working on the
or he becomes U.S. agent.
Yeah, well, Captain America 332, 333, 334, 335, and 336. So read that. That's a good one too. And Captain America 117 when we finally get the Falcon for the first time. So that's another one I would recommend reading. Just because I like how we get the introduction of Captain America and his friend, the Falcon, in this one. I was wondering if they were ever going to have the Falcon show up when they first did the first one, and I was happy they did. And I was glad that they such a good cast, right? I mean, Sebastian Stan, they were saving him. Like, he didn't have that big a part in the first Avenger. He was in there. I mean, he had a good part in it, but it wasn't long because we lose him about halfway through the movie. And but great casting though. They had this guy in reserve to bring him in to do this role right here, and then what he did in subsequent movies like Civil War. He's it's the one guy that Captain America can trust, even when he thought he couldn't trust him. And he was the only one that was wanting to save his friend when everybody else wanted to kill him. So that should show what their bond was, that he gave his friend the benefit of the doubt, you know. Here's another part I like where Frank Grillo's talking. That guy tells him, "You're out of your depth." But as soon as he says you're out of your depth, here comes the helicarrier crashing through the side of the building.
You're out of your depth, kid.
And then the building comes in and just drops on him. And then like he jumps out, and you'll see what happens.
41st floor! 41st!
Not like they put the floor numbers on the outside of the building.
Count them and don't count 13.
Yeah. I learned that from watching Friends when they tried to count the outside.
Hot girl, where are you?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what this one's from, but let's just what part of the movie this is from, but we're gonna play it.
People are gonna die, Doc. I can't let that happen.
So they have a little showdown there at the end. You know what though? The objective they had at the end to put the guidance systems in each of the carriers so they could target the carriers. A very Star Wars type quest. Come on. I mean, the way they're like, we got to get in there and change the targeting computer, and they got to get this quest, and they got to go through all this to get to it. You know, and it's a very, I don't know, for some reason it made me think of Star Wars. Like, I don't know why.
Well, I mean, on these type of adventure stories, even if it's sci-fi or if it's superhero genre, there's going to be that kind of overlap. I think, you know, some similarities. Can't help it.
I need to watch this. I don't think I've watched this in about a year.
It's been.
Watched it yesterday.
I only watched it after it first came out, so it's been that many years for me.
Oh, 11 years?
Yeah.
Well, we have a good setup to at the end of this movie. If you watch the
I
end
watch
credit
it again, though.
If you watch the end credit scene, you get our first glimpse of the Scarlet Witch. Look, I actually got it right this time. We get to see Scarlet Witch and her brother Quicksilver in a Hydra lab.
Yep.
And that's your first interest to Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, played by the wonderful, lovely Elizabeth Olsen. That's probably why I can't, because I remember her name a lot. But then you got Scarlett Johansson, who's a Marvel character, and then Scarlet Witch is a Marvel character. So that's where I guess I got confused at. I don't know. But at the end of it, like Sam Jackson,
and they both got red hair.
Yeah, and he fakes his death. And he tells them, if anybody wants to find me, you can find me. And he points at the headstone.
Anybody ask for me, tell them they can find me right here.
And then this is where you learn that he's going to go after him. 2 years later, he goes after him in Civil War. He goes after the trying to find Bucky.
You're going after him.
You don't have to come with me.
I know. When do we start?
When we start. You know, it's like, ooh, and then they had another one come out, you know. So all the Captain America movies are pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grillo, he plays Rick Flag Sr., Rick Flag Jr.'s son. Dad, sorry.
But he's also in the Peacemaker, not just the animated series.
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah, he's in anime. He was in Superman too there for a minute, like when they're at the Argus
right.
at the Pentagon.
Yep.
He's a good actor. He didn't like Crossbones didn't go on to have too big a role in the next movie, but he kind of helped move the story along. Another guy they were hunting. I'd like to have seen it like a short, like a 45-minute movie about him trying to hunt him down, though. That would have been cool.
Yep.
Because that,
like I said, we should have gotten way more movies with Cap and Black Widow just doing their little shield missions.
Yeah, I think they really passed up on that a lot. They missed out an opportunity there, like because they did a series. There's a comic book series called Scarlett, Black Widow and Captain America.
Scarlett Johansson.
I got Scarlett Johansson on my mind. Well, I sent her something to autograph me, but she's probably going to think it's weird, and she probably want to know why I'm trying to get her to sign a marriage contract, a marriage license. But
that's not weird.
Hey, you keep doing it, Matt. One of them is just going to sign it without thinking about it.
Yeah. They're in California, right? So I get half of everything, right? Okay. Anyway, that would probably, I mean, you probably would. I mean, she definitely makes more money than I do, but you know, a guy can dream, can he? I wouldn't screw that up. I'd just be like, honey, just give me enough money to go buy my comics, and then I will not do anything else to piss you off. Anyway, although I will give her this. She married a guy that's got a good sense of humor. He's on Saturday Night Live. I always like
he's funny.
On Weekend Update with Michael Che.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll just give it. I'll give it 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
I agree with Nerdy. It's just a great movie. Even if it wasn't about Captain America, it would be a good movie.
Yes.
I mean, if it was just like a Jason Bourne movie, it would be. And I think it's better than a lot of those later Jason Bourne movies. And it's got Captain America in it, and it's like I don't know. It's like one of them guys you can always depend on to be like who he is, Captain America. That's why I always looked up to him. And he did the right thing. He knew it was the right thing to try to save his friend, and he did it. Nobody else wanted to. Everybody else wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
But that's what Captain America is all about. So I give it 2 thumbs up. Jeff, what say you?
Yep, 2 thumbs up. There's no quit, Captain America.
He can do this all day.
Captain America does not suffer from tiny heart syndrome.
Nope. All right, Nerdy, your turn.
2 thumbs up. I love it. Like I said, it's my favorite of all the Marvel movies. This is the one I would show the normies. This is the one that my son loves to watch with me. Like we watch this and we just love it. This is pure Cap all the way. And then when you get to see Chris Evans' guns when he's holding the helicopter, nice. Makes me think, man, I need to get back into fighting shape.
Superhero guns.
You got to hit the gym again, huh?
Yeah.
And Mark John Richard says this movie has to be in at least top 5 of all of MCU. I agree.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Easily in the top 5. It's just a great movie. I a lot of these. I went through a period where I wasn't watching movies or anything, but I will tell you this and that got me into comics and maybe the pandemic. But you really know what got me back into reading them though. And people can say what they want about MCU all they want, but it got me re-interested in collecting comics again though. Getting to revisit the stories that I kind of gave up on there for a while. So it made me want to get back into it. I mean, maybe not for a lot of people, and I know some people that did get interested in younger people. Not as much anymore. They've had a few stinkers here lately, but
yeah,
I still watch them. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just liking it now, but everybody's now is like, oh, it's so boring now. The thing has kind of died down, but I'm still here.
You can't hit home run after home run after home run. You're gonna have some strikeouts. Just the way it is.
They had 10 straight years of great movies. I mean, that is amazing. Name another franchise who goes 10 years with just fantastic. I mean, what was it? Ended up 27 movies, 28 movies.
They changed the lands. Go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah, there was a couple movies in there that weren't that great, but still, I mean, in all, like it was over 90% fantastic movies in 10 years.
In the
It was
late
great when it worked.
the late 1990s and the 2000s, superhero movies changed the landscape of going to the movies. They just dominated the movie theaters. Every time a superhero movie came out, it was just knocking every other movie's dick in the dirt.
Yep. All started with Blade.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Like casting Robert Redford as the chief bad guy in it, I thought was a brilliant move. He did great, and also you got that because he did a lot of those kind of movies like 3 Days of the Condor, a few. What's the name of the one about the president? Watergate, or A Few Good Men, or
no,
what's it called?
The
one where he played Woodward and Bernstein. They played Woodward and Bernstein.
I don't think
all the president's men. So you kind of had all the president's men kind of vibe too, like follow the money. And
yeah,
I just thought it was kind of a cool to do it in Washington D.C. And is there a show tonight? Is there a show tonight?
No.
I didn't think so. All right.
Yeah, there's no show tonight.
All right. Well, that's why I was wondering if I was trying to get it done before that because I didn't know, but for sure.
Yeah, I had a brain fart. For some reason, I thought it was done.
No,
it's not.
All right.
No. Sunday we're on with us and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But usually on Fridays is when he is sometimes when it was Jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, but he's busy this weekend. So
yeah.
So that show's canceled. Period.
Yeah.
Yes. No show today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're free to do whatever you want on Friday night.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, but I love this movie. I can quote this movie all day. Like,
hey, did you guys see what it did to the wall?
Oh yeah, you showed me.
Oh yeah, nice. I didn't see the comics last time. You had the Harley poster up.
You ought to make a quick short, Matt.
Yeah.
Just grab your phone.
I put
and like just do a closer scan so you see exactly which books. A lot of people recognize them far away, but not everybody.
Your room's looking good though, Matt. Looks really nice.
Just reprints. Some of them are just like I just put magnet with stickers, adhesive strips on the back of the board. So I just put them on the wall like that. And I said, well, if I want to switch the comics out, I could just take it out of that bag and board and put it in another one and put whatever I want back on the wall.
Nice.
So
Absolutely.
I got like Sergeant Rock, Justice League, and they're not going to get hurt. And there's no direct light comes in here. So it's not like it's
anybody else. Anybody else pick this up? It's an indie. It's Mad Cave. It's called It Killed Everyone But Me. It's a #1.
No, I've been interested in it though.
So I saw it and I only picked it up because it was a #1. And usually I've been steering clear of the somebody's killing somebody over under here, over there, and all that stuff. Because there's so many, but I was like, all right, you got me. I'll give it a whirl. So I'll check it out. I just wondered if anybody else picked it up.
Yeah, let me know because I was really interested in picking that one up. I think #2 was on FOC this Monday.
Okay.
Did y'all pick up y'all's copies of Red Hood?
They were already gone in my at my LCS.
Yeah,
I ordered one from my comic shop, but do you think they're probably going to cancel it? I guess.
No,
it was in my cart. It's already been bought.
Yeah, my comic shop's not known for doing that. My comic shop's usually really good. If you order something, it's rare that they cancel.
Yeah, any collector that gets their hands on a copy, it's going to be like one of those infamous kind of books to have.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one,
So I got, I want to say 4 of the covers, but I wasn't able to get the 1 in 25 or 1 in 50. Those were gone. But yesterday they were selling for like $30 to $70 on eBay for just regular FOC covers. I'm like, that is insane.
Hey, Nerdy,
Wow.
if you can, after the end of this show, if you have time, just hang out backstage real quick. I want to pick your brain about something.
Yeah, I got you. I love
like
that, Matt. I love
awesome.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got it
that's
from
a
this
great
artist,
cover.
Jordan Wadley.
Is that a sketch cover?
Yeah.
Nice. That is nice. I was wondering why. I'm like, I've never seen that. He did a good job.
Yeah, this is a one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Only one of this one.
Nice, Matt.
See, he signed it. He sent out a CDC form for it. If I want to ever get it CDC, because he's registered with them.
Nice.
Yeah, his name's Jordan Wadley. That's his name right there. They kind of made it so fancy you can't really make out what it says. But you get it. One of one.
Really
so I'm
nice,
going to put
Matt.
this on the wall. I'm going to get my last magnets, and I'll put them.
Hey, Matt, Mark is asking you, what's the best Captain America cover that you have? That's probably a tough question, I would think.
Captain America 110. I don't have it around me, or I'd show you. It's got the Hulk on it. It's by Jim Steranko, and it's got Hulk, and Bucky's running away from Hulk. Like I think he was like bringing him towards Cap, and it's the first appearance of Madam Hydra.
Yeah.
Captain America 110. If anybody can get a picture of it, we'll bring it up, but I don't have a picture.
I got
offhand.
it.
All right. We'll let Nerdy share it, and we'll show you what it is, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Nerdy, look, I actually had a copy of this one. So this is one of the movies actually in my library. I quit buying movies, though. I should probably go back to getting them.
All right, it's up, Matt.
All right. This is it. This is my favorite Captain America cover of all time. And that that I have too. I have it. I think it's still all time.
Right on.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
My favorite ones. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying my favorite one's kind of cheesy, but obviously I'm a big X-Men Wolverine fan. It's the one where Wolverine's scratching on his shield and all the sparks are flying. The Mike Zeck one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, guys. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool one.
My favorite
I got my
is
shield over
the
here. I
Cap
can't
Wolf.
get to it.
Mine is the Cap Wolf, but that's me being biased because I love werewolves. I love werewolf covers, and when you mix Cap and the werewolf, I love it. And I've actually been thinking of making a costume of Cap Wolf and wearing it to cons. I think that would be awesome. It'd be hot as hell, but I would love to do that.
It'd be absolutely unique for sure. I don't think you'd see another one.
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen a Wolverine werewolf one, but I've never seen Cap Wolf. But I thought it would be cool to wear that.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And plus, I'd lose 5 pounds every con.
Well, since we already rated the movie and everything, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. We'll talk more backstage. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll probably start doing this show on Fridays, I guess. I'll figure out what time. I haven't picked any movies yet. I'm usually ahead of the game by a week, but I didn't do it this week because I've been lazy. It's my birthday.
That is a good cover.
My birthday was
last Sunday.
Yeah. Anyway, I was reading what they said. I paused to read what they said. Okay. Anyway, we're out. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod!
Snoochie boochies.